You should always let your lady breathe. If you're privileged to have a room to yourself, make sure at night lock your room and get that place free. Hello guys, yeah, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to dive into this hot topic, okay? I don't know if you guys are ready. Are you ready for this topic? So if you're meeting us for the first time, my name is Chex. You're warmly welcomed to my channel. I want to address some things. You know, growing up, there are some certain insecurities I had that I was not open or bold enough to ask or talk to people around me, especially my seniors. So most of them I tried to manage on my own. Most of them I lived with, suffering, you get, in silence, without coming out to talk to anybody. When I start, you're going to relate. I know you will relate. So let's just go into the video straight on. So you're welcome back, guys. So we are talking about our hygiene here, female hygiene. So let's just gather. Even if you're not a woman, if you're a man and you stumble on this video, just sit back. It will either help you with your wife, your siblings, or your daughter. Okay, it's good that you have first-hand information on what is happening in their life at every stage. Initially, I wanted to concentrate on virgins, and I have my reasons. Because these are the ones that are dying in silence without being bold enough to talk to anybody. They are still shy to talk about some certain things. And number one thing I want to address is your George Bush. Can you cut it down? Yes, let's start from there. I had the privilege of mentoring one young girl recently who always, she came around anyway, and anytime she is dressing up, I will see her trying to enter inside the wardrobe almost. So I always give her space. Until one day I bumped into her. Gosh, what am I seeing? What did my eye just see? Like, I couldn't pretend. I was apologizing and at the same time advising, to be honest with you, like, you really need to trim that place down. Why are you carrying it like that? Do you really want to plait it? Exactly what I asked her. I said, were you trying to do braids? Yeah. Not only down there, your armpits, all over, you need to trim them. That's where the hygiene starts from, okay? At least that is the one that people can see easily. You might not know when you will raise your hand in the public and somebody will see that grown hair coming out. Is not good, okay? Be conscious of it, that nobody is going there is not an excuse, that nobody is saying it or nobody is going there. It's not an excuse, a reason for you to leave it to be so grown. I know that some people has that belief that it kind of protects that place, but guys, if it grows so much, it will still put that place at risk, because it has the capability of trapping some bacteria and storing them for you there, growing them there for action. When they will attack you, you start running helter-skelter, or you start dying in silence, just like I said earlier. So that's the first point I want to hit. Trim down your V. Just trim it down minimally. You can get a pair of scissors. Growing up, I used these scissors that I bought. I still have that scissors till date, but if I show you that scissors, you will laugh, because one of the hair has fallen out and I'm still using it. I've used that scissors for over 15 years of my life, and that is exactly what I'm using down there. I use it to trim the hair. It is very handy and it helps me to keep it in check. So guys, this is the scissors. So that's the scissors. I've used it for more than 15 years. The one of the hair has fallen out, and I don't know why I've not been able to replace it. Well, I don't know honestly. I think I will try. It's very handy. It can help you anywhere. Or better still, you can use your shaving stick. We all know what shaving stick is, so I don't need to show you a shaving stick, okay? So if you get it, use it, okay? I'm talking about things to take care of. There is a part of our body that we are not being fed to, and that is our bra. We need to talk about it. How many of us wash our bra on a daily basis? I know if I ask now, most of us will raise our hand. Auntie, I do that. We don't. We are all guilty as child. So let's repent from there. We are not being fair to that part of our body, to be honest. Because it's not the V, we don't care. Sometimes you see a lady that wear a bra for almost 1 week. And you know the funny part, the worst part of this kind of habit is that you wear dirty bra, you sweat on it, it develops some smell, you put on perfume, you put on your body spray. So when body spray and perfume mixes up, the type of smell that comes out from there is not pleasant at all. And when somebody comes close to you, the first point of contact is your boobs and your armpit. Have you seen why you should take care of that place first? Okay, so when we talk about female hygiene, I think this is just the place to start. Our boobs, we don't take care of it the way we should. The next, guys, is this. Let your lady breathe. Okay, always allow your lady to breathe. This same girl, I'm still going to use her as a case study. Okay, I discovered that she wears underwears to bed. Not one. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy observation. She wears double pants at night. Like at night, you will see her. I've observed it, and the day I asked her, she was like that she started doing it from school. I don't know what it is that put that fear in her in the dormitory. Okay, that's a story for another day. Those in the dorm, but then she formed the habit of going to bed with her panties on, not one but two. She will wear the first one and wear the second one, and most times she will put on her tights on top. So this is a big insecurity around her, and I'm still talking to her. She has not even stopped it. I'm still talking to her, trying to let her know the implications. And guys, these are the implications, okay? When that place doesn't breathe, it gives room for bacteria to thrive. It can make you to start smelling, to be honest. It can make you to start smelling all this foul smell that you hear from time to time. Sometimes it's because there are so much bacteria there, and when you are always airtight, you give room for those bacteria to thrive until when they start attacking you so bad and the awful smell will start oozing out. So always let that place to breathe, please. That's just it. Let it breathe. Let some air pass through it so that it can feel fresh, it can feel dry, and it can feel comfortable. It will even help you to boost your self-esteem. Okay, now the next one is your toilet. Most of us are moving around with bacteria infections, toilet infections without knowing, just because we think that most infections are sexually transmitted. Babe, not every infection are sexually transmitted. So you have to be conscious of where you put your V, where you sit on when you want to pee or when you want to poo. Okay, you have to be very conscious of it, because that is one of the places that most times we are open up to infections, that we are just open like this. You cannot control it, so you have to be conscious of it. Men are at advantage, they can stand up to do their thing, but you must squat down. So mind where you are opening your V. If you're privileged to have a toilet to yourself, make sure that it is always clean. So when we talk about washing our toilets, if you use public toilet, let me tell you one thing you do not know. You are number one candidate to infection. So have this at the back of your mind so that you be conscious of your environment. If you're in the dormitory, hostels, public yard, general house where you have limited toilets, or where you do not have one to yourself or to your room per se, you are number one candidate to infection. So you have to go extra mile in taking care of those places, or trying to take care of yourself not to be exposed to those things. And what can you do when you find yourself in such public places? You can get yourself a small bucket that you can use it for yourself. We all use that in school. While I was in the uni, I had my own bucket. So when you take your bucket to toilet and you stay in one corner, do your thing, then pour it in the general toilet, go to the sink, wash your thing very clean with Dettol, and go back to your room. That will save you a whole lot. a whole lot. So if you have not been doing it, please try and get yourself a small bucket if you are one of those that are using public toilets, okay? So that will save you a lot. Then when you're going out, always move around with your own tissue paper, because I've always seen people running around in the public places asking people around them, please, do you have tissue, when they are pressed and they really want to ease themselves, okay? Because once you pee, you need to get that place dried up almost immediately, because of what I've just stated in my other previous point, that wet or damp panties gives room for bacteria to thrive. Yeast infection or bacterial infection, they can do a lot of damages to your system, so you just have to try your best to avoid it. The next point is this, always make sure that that place is dry, okay? And it starts from the type of underwears that you wear. We've always emphasized on cotton underwears, or even the one that has cotton lining. Even if your underwear is not cotton, when you're buying your underwear, just look at the lining under that place that covers the V. You will see it. Most of them comes with a lining, and most of them are not cotton. There are some that are like nylon, there are some that are like silk, there are some that like chiffon. I've seen different types of lining that they just put there because they know that they have to put something there. So when you're choosing or picking your undies, always make sure you pick the one that has cotton lining, so that it can trap any discharge that comes out from there, okay, without getting it loose all over your body. That's it, to just keep you in check. That's just the summary. Then the last but not the least is this. There's this adage that says that you are what you eat. Yes, what you eat has a way of reflecting on your body. You see those smooth skin, healthy hair, beautiful nails, strong nails, they are not magic. They don't come by cutters, they don't come by cream, they don't come most times by the high products we use. Most times they are natural. It comes from within, okay? So water therapy goes a long way. This is not something very costly. Water is everywhere. Turn left, right, you always see water to drink. So why don't you use it to your own advantage? Water therapy is like a therapy that you do. Something, you know, when something is a therapy, is a routine. It's not something that you do at your convenience. No. You can tell yourself 1 glass of water every morning. It detoxifies your system. When you take enough water before going to bed, you will pee enough before morning. And those things you're excreting, they are aware of the system detoxifying itself and rejuvenating to something new and fresh. You wake up fresh, you wake up more robust, you wake up more healthy. And you take water first thing in the morning again. It helps your digestive system. It helps to prepare your body for the day. It helps you never to be dehydrated, because once you're dehydrated, your skin will start drying up, your nails will start drying up, your hair will start shrinking. So it affects your total wellness and your total beauty, okay? So let me use that word because we know they take hair beauty. So if you want to up your game when it comes to beauty and therapy, I think water therapy is the best place to start. Then you can add it up with fruits if you can afford it, depending on your location, where you're based, because some parts of this world, fruit is a big deal. So if you can't afford fruit, just do your water therapy and you'll be good to go. So with this, I think I've done justice to this. These are the basic things that will help you, okay? So that you won't be struggling with your hygiene as a woman. And when you get used to all these things, okay, yeah, at a point it will become your part of your normal life, and it won't be hard again for you to practice. So I remain Checks. That is my name. And until next time, stay safe, be on top of your game, and be in charge as a lady. And see you in my next video. Bye.